Okay, so this is the video where I teach you how to make levels in Construct 2. It comes right after the part where you do animations, finish your backgrounds, and block design. So all of that stuff is done. You have your first level ready to go. I'm just going to share a screen with you right now. And then I'm going to go directly to Construct. So this is sort of where we left off. You can see Moon Boy there, you can see the cave background, and what we're going to do is make our next level and make a door to get to that next level. So you can see I've shown you a couple things in the project bar. You have your objects like you remember, you have the event sheet, that's where we put the code, and layouts is your levels, I might have mentioned before. So what we do here is what we do every time when we want to copy a new element in this game making program. We go right click and duplicate, and then that will give us all the same elements in our second layout. But because of that, so if I click open layout 2, and I have that layout 2 tab right there, if I switch back and forth between layout 1 to layout 2, you don't see any change, so it can get really confusing, right? So you have to make sure layout 2 is selected and layout 2 is selected up on this tab. And then what we're going to do is we're going to change up layout 2 significantly so that you can tell the difference between layout 2 and layout 1. I'm going to move the player to the top right side of the screen, and when it comes to block design, as your levels go on, things should get harder, right? So maybe I'm going to delete some blocks, make it harder for jump, make it harder for your guy to jump over things. I'm going to rotate this block right here, maybe put a little bit of a wall, and then we'll see whether we can get over or under that. Maybe he has to get under, I don't know. Let's see if that works. Not too far away. Delete some other stuff, maybe have a second route there. Okay, so I've changed layout to a fair amount, and just deleted a bunch of stuff. When I'm doing that, I'm just selecting them and pressing the backspace or delete key. So now layout 2 is different than layout 1. If I switch to layout 1, I'm right there. If I switch to layout 2, I'm right there. Okay. So now you essentially have 2 levels. You can put more work into working on your blocks, making gameplay. You can make little mazes and stuff for your character too. So the player will have a harder time getting through your level. So what we're going to do is go back to layout 1, and we have to make a door that gets us from layout 1 to layout 2. I'm going to put the door at the top right part of the screen. And so it's just that the player has the furthest to go to get there. And then anytime we're inserting a new object, a door, an enemy, whatever it is, you have to go right click on the layout and then insert new object. And then in insert new object, we're scrolling down and we need sprite. So remember that all the animations are sprites. Looks like a little Space Invader right there. So you click that sprite and you click right there. Now the first thing to consider, I'm going to take my defaults back low because I'm not doing backgrounds anymore. First thing to consider is that the sprite automatically comes in at 250 by 250. We're going to size that down to 64 wide by 128 high, which is just doubling your character size. So it's sort of a nice little door dimension. I'm going to zoom in right here, and then for this door, ooh, that seems pretty tall. 64 by 128. That's what it should be. I guess it's just the editor. I can't get in as close as I like to. Okay, so what I'm going to do, we'll go back to my bread and butter, which is just making crystals out of things. Crystals design is pretty fast and easy. I'll go back to 1. And what I do is I take a mid-level color and then I draw the main structure. So whatever that's going to look like, got some crystals popping out over here, little crystal right there, and then that comes back down to the screen. Maybe cross over right here, down, over, and then there's the basis of my crystal door. So what I'm going to do right here, I'm just going to close this. Maybe it won't matter. Maybe we can fill it to the edge anyway. Then I'm going to draw my interior structure of the crystal. And the main thing is you're drawing corner to corner. So whenever you're drawing crystals, you just have to unite the corners with lines, and it ends up looking pretty similar to what a quartz crystal does in nature. Not sure quite how that's gonna go. There we go. Pull it down a bit further. Bang, bang, bang. And it's hard to see where that's going. Just extend it a little bit. Extend that one a little bit. And there we go. Okay, so then when you're making crystal stuff, you want to go for a slightly darker color and then start filling one side. I guess that works. And then I'm going to go to a mid, somewhere around there. Fill part of my just like flat surfaces in, and then I think I'm going to go to this light right here, and then we're going to fill the last stuff in. And I sort of have it shaded from one side. So there's my crystal door, okay? Not the best, not the worst, I guess. I'm gonna close it right there. Now I have that crystal door. It's kind of weird. Well, and then I'm just gonna sink it right on top of that block right there. I wonder which one will go in front. Oh yeah, that'll go in front. So yeah, I'm just gonna sink it down a little bit. It looks a bit more natural. So now we have this object, right? So we made that sprite, and it's just called sprite. You can see it there with that little icon. And we have to go into the event sheet to make code for the next level to happen. So that goes, you go to your event sheet, you go add event, and then this is the general one for system. You go down to layout, what to do. Oh no, never mind, sorry. Add event, player, and then for player you go on collision with another object, and you click to choose that sprite. So then player, when it collides with sprite, add action, now you go to system and scroll down to layout and go to next previous layout, click next, and then the default is next, so you can just go done. So then when you go back to layout 1, you should be able to test it and have, let's see how this goes. Come on, Chrome, you can do it. Come on. There we go. So you should be able to have your little guy walk around. I'm going to jump. There's also a jump state you can put in for the animation, so I could do that as a supplement maybe. But once he hits that little door, then boom, now he's on layout 2. Let's just see if it's easy to get across. I have no idea what's going on now. Leap of faith. Yay. Hi. No. Anyway, my second level is maybe too hard. Anyway, or maybe I'm just not very good at video games. I am old. So anyway, that's how you make layouts. And I think what the main thing you want to do, I'll just stop sharing screen right there. Remember that you have to save a version every time. I've gone through that a couple times. Let's just go through that again. I'm not sure where we're at right now, but remember that you're always going menu, project, save as, download a copy, right? And then I'm going to go construct 7, levels and doors. So you save, stop share screen again. So yeah, just do that, save every time. Your goal when you're making this game is to make at least 3 levels. A lot of people take it further. You can do whatever you want, but the minimum is 3, right? So, and then that door will work for multiple levels. So once you have level 2 copied, you can actually make your 3rd level and then keep that door. Will keep on sending you to the next level because that's the code we made. It doesn't just say send to level 2, it just says send to the next level. So it'll always work if you keep the same door. And yeah, try to get 3 levels going. Check in on the chat a little bit. I think this week we're going to start, I'm going to start asking you guys to hand in stuff. So how we're going to hand in is we'll go through a print screen on the chat and then hand it in on the chat. So I'll show you how to do that next video. If you have any questions, talk on the chat, and we'll see you soon, okay? Bye-bye.